back to the charts with Big Boss Crypto, bringing on a day trading analysis on Bitcoin and on Chainlink. As I said to you in my previous day trading update, we pointed out to the T actually where the possible first reversal was going to happen, which was around 65k. We're currently possibly going towards the second leg down, could go down to 53k, could have another retrace, and then we might bottom out locally on 52k. And in the news of cryptocurrency, we can see that much of the news has switched towards a more bullish stance on crypto in general. What does this mean? Well, let's take a look at the charts. From euronews.business, which is kind of a general business market update news website. And yesterday they shared this article saying that buying a piece of an island, how crypto could change property deals. And to summarize it quickly, they explain how the benefits of cryptocurrency and what they might do in the future. And they're talking about some investment firms looking into the idea of buying islands with cryptocurrency. So the general news about crypto has changed to more bullish approach as Bitcoin price is stalling around 60k and possibly even dropping, which is kind of interesting thing to see. We could get the last leg down, which I spoke to you about in my last day trading update. So we could have a retrace all the way down. We're counting these volume candles down below, and we could go all the way down to 51.6k. So when the news articles was published, we had the first leg. We finished our first leg down, and we had our first retrace to the upside, which is kind of interesting. They released the news when we're possibly going to reverse to the downside again. So you have to keep that in mind when it comes to news regarding crypto. It could be Elon Musk tweeting or whatever. So as I said to you in my last station update, the top formation was formed when we broke 60.8k on the daily time frame. We held below it right here. We had a first leg down, first retrace. Currently we could move to the second leg down, so we need to break this low right here to 56k. To basically have a confirmation of that. I do think we're going to recover this volume candle right here, so you could mark it off in the chart 54.4k. so when we break 56k, you could possibly have a scalping opportunity down to 54k. Could have a retrace to the upside from there, could go into that double top formation touching that zone, and then last leg down to 52k. Looking at the more macro-driven news events for this week, we can see that we don't have much going off actually. As I said to my last station off, this is kind of a free-moving week. We have the GDP numbers in the UK. UK news isn't that great of a deal. What is a more greater deal is the unemployment claims from the US. 30-year bond auction could be pretty interesting to see if there's more risk on in the market in general, and if they favor holding yields and bonds instead of stocks and crypto. So could be an interesting reading to see where the big institutions stand regarding that, but it's not a market mover deal. So this week is kind of a free week, as I said. Looking at the liquidation map, you can see next cluster to the downside is around, I think it's around 61.7k. Yeah, 20 million for the market maker grab there. As you can see, some clusters to the upside actually. So people are going short as we move to the downside, which is kind of systematic for retail traders. And the market makers go short in the highest possible point. So we could see another reversal to the upside actually, all the way up to 65k. But I don't think that, because we are probably gonna move even further to the downside in a more quick manner, have a retrace possibly up to 65k, and then we could have a last leg down to 52 in a more dragged out version. But more on that in the coming day trading updates. But for now, let's take a look at Chainlink. Possible double bottom formation on Chainlink. I said to you, if we break $16 on the daily time frame and hold above it, then we could see a big spike to the upside going into the $30 zone in the next move to the upside if we create that. Because as I've shown you previously, double bottom formations tend to be a sign of a big reversal on every time frame. So I marked off 4 of them in my last day trading update. You can go as far back as you want, but for now we can just look at the recent ones, and you can mark it off as well. So the zone to break is $16. If not, I'm gonna draw off the general pattern which we're still conforming in right now. We had a double top formation right here, broke down below, had our first retrace possibly, which we're currently in, and then comes the next leg down. We could go down to, let's say, $11, recover this volume count, and then we could have the last and final drop to the downside sub $10, which will be the last time we see Chainlink below $10. So a big opportunity to load up, not financialized. This is for educational and entertainment purpose only. But we're still conforming to the yellow pattern, so to say. To invalidate this, we need to break the $16 zone. To still be in our journey, we need to break the low of $11.92, which we could do pretty soon since we're at $13 approximately. So keep a close eye to both of these patterns and mark off basically both of the zones to break, either to the upside or to the downside. You could set your alarms on there on TradingView to see where we're at, but I do think we could possibly visit these open orders down here sub $10. Would be great if we did that. I've talked about this in every Chainlink update. I would love to see this. This would be so bullish. It's incredible. But not financialized. This is just for education and 10% only. So with that being said, have a good one. Big Boss out.